Welcome back to a history of toys and everything I do with them. Today we're going to be talking about my version of Doomsday. Now before we get this video started, before we begin, this might be a longer video than usual because Doomsday has been around for an extremely long time. I had this toy when I was about 8 or 7. I'm 14 now, so that means I had Doomsday for approximately of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. 6 or 7 years, guys. So yeah, prepare yourselves. So basically, when I was around that age, I didn't really pay attention to toys that much. I didn't really start taking them seriously until I got older. When I turned 10, I started to take my collection more serious and started to keep up with Doomsday. It was really hard because some toys at that moment simply just died off. Since I was even 31 because I got bored with them. But I took my toys more seriously now that I'm at a more mature age. So let's talk about his system. Doomsday was created by S.H.I.E.L.D. And you see, S.H.I.E.L.D. created a defensive plan. Just in case Superman decided to conquer the planet. So they took a sample of Superman's blood in each and every battle he got into. They would slowly put that blood together and they would create Doomsday. They would put him through mental simulations where basically it was show him being tortured by Superman. This would permanently traumatize Doomsday forever, and it would grow to a very aggressive hatred of Superman that continues on to this day. Eventually, Doomsday escapes and goes on a full-scale rampage. S.H.I.E.L.D. is eventually able to capture him, and they said that he's too dangerous to leave on Earth, so they shoot him into space. Doomsday eventually destroyed the ship before it could even leave Earth's orbit. As a result, he fought onto the planet going on a rampage. He was eventually sought by the Justice League and showed up. Doomsday will break free once again and still a plan, and will put on Superman to basically put him in a dream hypnotic stasis. Luke Cage and Batman go to visit him. Eventually they realize that Doomsday is part behind it all. Luke Cage fights against Doomsday but doesn't last very long. Eventually the two are able to remove the plan. As a result, Superman gets incredibly angry because the plan envisioned Superman had a family and wife to take care of. Really, they didn't have these things. Superman nearly kills Doomsday over it, but it's given not to by Batman. As a result, Superman joined him up. Doomsday would escape once again as the Justice would try to contain a volcano that was about to erupt. Doomsday would go to Superman and begin beating him mindlessly. Someone would notice that Doomsday seemed to be more stronger, more durable, and more faster than he was. This is because Doomsday is basically immortal. Basically, after every death or every battle, he becomes stronger and stronger, so you can't beat or kill him twice. The same way twice. Eventually, Superman is able to defeat Doomsday. Doomsday blasting him in the heat with his forehead, as is one of Doomsday's greatest weakness. He has a weakness on the forehead that many heroes can explore. Basically, when you're fighting him, if your strength is equivalent to his, if you punch him in the forehead, it'll eventually put him down forever. Basically, the forehead is equivalent to Doomsday's temple. Well, because of his defeat, the Justice League got together and decided that Doomsday was too dangerous to leave on the planet. So they immediately throw him into space. But Doomsday would escape the throne and would plummet back to Earth, where he would begin to fight the Justice League once more. Eventually, he's defeated. Doomsday would continue his rampage against the heroes, constantly battling them. Eventually, doing Superman doomed, Doomsday basically merged with Superman. But eventually the two managed to separate. Doomsday also becomes the main antagonist of Infinity War. You see, the Infinity War is a storyline in which Doomsday wanted to kill, as Doomsday wanted to kill a traitor of Apocalypse. So we'll go down to Earth and try to kill a traitor. Eventually, the Avengers are trying to be busy to make it such a more adventure. But eventually, the superheroes come back and they fight against Doomsday. Doomsday show an incredible feat. I said, immediately going to march all the heroes. Eventually, this defines his defeat. Doomsday is eventually decides to send Doomsday into space once more. Eventually, Doomsday lands on a planet called Apocalypse. He quickly takes control of Apocalypse and uses it against Earth. Doomsday first appears in Injustice. In Injustice, where he sends a bunch of parademons to invade Earth. Eventually, they're defeated by Superman. After Superman is defeated, after Superman defeated all of the aliens, Superman would eventually go on Apocalypse run into Doomsday once and for all. Well, Doomsday begins to take more of a serious approach, as he tells Doomsday that if he comes on a planet, Superman will kill him. To which Doomsday simply laughs at the situation. Doomsday eventually did come back to the planet, And Doomsday nearly kills Superman. However, Bane actually intervenes, and he ends up defeating. And Bane ends up helping Superman defeat Doomsday. After being defeated, Doomsday gets placed in jail once again. He eventually escapes, but he eventually gets recaptured by the combined average of Superman and Wonder Woman. Doomsday also assassinated from Infinity Crisis, where he sent Justice League while Goo chases. Justice League off Earth, Doomsday will send his armies, and it will immediately conquer Earth. Eventually, Superman comes over an army of Superman, and they stop Doomsday from taking over. Doomsday also Doomsday also goes going another rampage, destroying everything in sight. General Ross helped finally manage to come to Hall, but eventually realized that Doomsday was too much of a problem. So he was forced to let Bruce Banner go. Bruce Banner would travel to the Hulk and defeat Doomsday. Doomsday would also go on another rampage, he's defeated by the Hulk once again, and then he would take the combined with General Ross and the Hulk. General Ross and the Hulk to defeat Doomsday. Doomsday would also get involved in Secret Wars, where basically, during this time, we don't have acquired godlike power, where basically, we don't have acquired godlike power. Vito would acquire godlike power, and he was easily able to defeat Doomsday when Doomsday tried to oppose him. Doomsday also would also appear in Dark Knight's Metal, and he is seen in the flashback. Doomsday also appears trying to invade Earth, where it takes almost all the superheroes to stop him. Eventually, Doomsday. Anyway, so Doomsday would eventually continue his epic savagery, tearing apart the heroes. Doomsday would eventually go on another rampage where Bruce Banner of Earth 499 attempts to stop him. So, however, Doomsday actually actually kills his version of the Hulk, as this Hulk was not as strong as his previous versions. Anyway, Doomsday would also get involved in a Doomsday War, where basically got a bunch of superheroes to help him conquer the planet. The superheroes eventually stop against him. It is during this event that Batman becomes a god, Superman becomes a power ever was before, and gets affected by mystical power, and Flash becomes a god of death. However, despite all the new powers, even though it makes them powerful, they ultimately realize that they're not ready for the power, as the power begins to mentally twist them and begins to change their personality. Eventually, they abandon the power and they go to stop Doomsday in the final battle. It is during this battle that Doomsday is finally defeated. He retreats back to Apocalypse. Eventually, Talbot, aka known as the Abomination, would eventually travel to Earth. And it's during this time, and it travels to Earth, and it's during this time, that Doomsday is getting to discover his next planet on the planet. Now, eventually, Talbot will turn into the Abomination and confront Doomsday. The two will begin an epic fight, but eventually, Abomination is successful in defeating Doomsday, who will send Doomsday back to Earth. Later, Doomsday will attack a foot helicarrier where he's once again defeated by the Abomination. Despite this heroic act, Abomination is still showed up. Doomsday would also show up. As you see, Doomsday would also show up on Earth, where basically the superhero, Superman and a bunch of superheroes will go to work together and defeat him. It's during this time that Doomsday is Superman fighting each other to the death, as it is actually Superman fighting each other to the death. However, Superman wasn't actually dead. Doomsday basically beat Superman into a coma, and Doomsday actually died. But this is where his mortality kicks in, and basically he comes back stronger than ever. Eventually, the later stories of Doomsday involve him teaming up with Harley Quinn teaming up with Harley Quinn as he attempts to get his power back. It is during this time as he is teaming to get his power back. It is during this time that he works together with Harley Quinn to get his power back. Help him recover faster. Eventually, he fights against Thor and Wonder Woman. After defeating the two, Wonder Woman calls out the entire Justice League. And while Doomsday explains that he's attempting to fight the Justice League, he explains that he's not enough. Doomsday leaves. Doomsday would eventually fight against Superman and raise a supervillain rebellion, and it would defeat all the superheroes. But eventually, the superheroes get Superman back and raise their own rebellion and defeat all of the supervillains. Doomsday would continue to try and conquer Earth. This went on for a couple of years, as Doomsday would constantly try to reappear on Earth, trying to conquer it, or he would just show up trying to kill Superman. Eventually, though, it's leading to his current adventure, where Harley Quinn and him are basically going around trying to get his power back, and he has finally got his power back. So, and that's what we are with Doomsday right now. This is a very brief history, and I mean very brief. Doomsday has done a lot of things. But since I'm very late right now and I'm ready to go to bed, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this video out right now. Let's go over his powers. He has strength equivalent, or even he has strength that equals or surpasses Superman's, as he is beaten and nearly killed him on multiple occasions. He has strength that surpasses or equals to Hulk. He has almost fought every single version of the Hulk, from the original Hulk to 48 to more Hulks like him. Now, I'm probably wondering, what's the shit about history on Doomsday? And that's basically because Doomsday is basically powerful. It's basically, I've learned the way he sees him. Basically, when he shows he's not just a villain anybody can defeat. You know, a villain like Anarchy, or Beetle, or Joker, or Harley Quinn, or Deadshot. There's honestly a lot of villains that could go over. Or villains like Killer Croc. In terms of brute force, you got Killer Croc, Solomon Grundy. These are heroes that can be defeated by pretty much every hero, either mentally, either fashionably or physically. However, when it comes to Doomsday, it requires more of a team effort. Basically, when he shows up, he's basically a villain for the mainstream Avengers or the mainstream Justice League. And if it's not that, almost all of the superheroes in my collection have to work together just to solve them. You know, guys, that's history of Doomsday. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Next time, I'm going to be covering Solomon Grundy. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.